again of events happening as even as we speak in Nigeria with the End SARS movement. We stand with Nigeria. Soon I'll be joined with some guests and co-hosts. We just want to make sure we keep to the time today, but things are happening even as we speak. But again, let me let's get to listen to this song about hope for our nation, Nigeria.
Three girl suicide bombers have attacked a town in northeastern Nigeria. Conversations are ongoing on the prevalence of Osu caste system in southeast Nigeria. At least 59 people have been killed and another 527 injured in a mass shooting at Las Vegas concert. In Cameroon, reports suggest that 17 people were killed in protests over the weekend. That's the headlines on Hidden World News. Stay tuned as welcome to
Things are getting really bad. Everybody seems to think. Old ones talking about the yesterday they used to know. People crying out, calling on the government. Children crying, yeah. Is there hope for tomorrow? Is there any hope for tomorrow? Is there hope for tomorrow? Is there any hope?
They were so in love, but distance came and broke her heart. Her mind started a picture in her of things that aren't but can really be true. He said he loves her, but trust her nature here. Now she's crying. Is there hope for tomorrow? Oh, is there any hope for tomorrow? Is there hope for tomorrow? Is there any hope? She's got all it takes, but yet can see herself through school.
Mama's dead, dad's dead. She's just a little orphan girl.
He said he'd help her, but he ends up abusing her.
Now she's got herself killed.
Father, 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 help us. Father, 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 help us.
Yeah.
Father, 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 help us.
Father, 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 Father.
There is hope for tomorrow.
There is hope. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, hope for tomorrow. There is hope for tomorrow. It's really alarming what is going on in Nigeria. I have some guests just beginning to sign in here with me. Yeah, we can hear you now. OZ.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. We can hear you now. It's it's a struggle.
Okay. Okay. I exist in the 20th and 19th century. So this it's a wonder to me. It's like a miracle.
Yes.
Am I just shooting one or the other? Yeah. How are you, Ike?
We're good. We're good in the sense that we sense and we smell hope in the sky. I mean, things that are happening in Nigeria as we speak are alarming and discouraging, and that in the 20th centuries, 21st centuries, that we are still, still, when the stories we hear of what you guys are going through seems, and some of us has experienced, seems to be fables, but we know these things to be true. We know these things to be true because we have families that are living this terror. In North America, this month is one of the things they celebrate here in North America is what they call Halloween. And so they bring out a day where people go on costumes and they look horrible and terrifying. But it's like you guys are living Halloween every day of the year.
You can say that again. You can say that again. And the worst part is that the government doesn't care if one is watching or not. In fact, I've just concluded that Nigerian government is a universe on its own. Because maybe let me not just run into the whole discussion. I believe that your operations, responses.
Yeah, absolutely. I let me start. If you are joining us right now, you will know that again, Ozioma is not new to this show. Ozioma is someone that we featured in this. He's an activist, and I think you were the first person I wrote. When I had the idea, I need to, that's your son. He's taking his place. That's okay. We all have families, and most of us are staying at home, so that's okay. He's playing his role. That's okay. So back to what we are saying. We again. I remember sending you a text on Facebook. I'm like on Messenger. I'm like, Ozzy, this is your area because you are the guy that deals with the everyday guy. You're on the street. You are not just talking on Facebook, writing your stories as we know you to be a writer, creating amazing things as you create online. But you are one of the activists that are there on the ground. I still remember, and I want for those that do not know you, Ozioma Aneto is a young man, but I remember the latest fire in one of the big markets in West Africa that happens to be in Onitsha, the role you played. You were there on the ground and making sure people received help. A lot of people came and they gave, and you make sure people that needed it, received it. And so when I saw what was happening, I was just monitoring things. I'm like, no, it's time we put in our voice, and that's what we are doing. So again, can you give us an update of what is going on? Because I'm seeing some live videos on Facebook even as we speak of what is happening in some states. What is happening as of today? And then we can take it back to how all these things started. But start with what is happening as of today, please, if you don't mind. Hello, are you there? I think you are frozen. Yes. We will get Ozzy back. Ozzy, if you're hearing me, you're frozen. You might need to sign up and sign back again. Let's see. And okay. I go on. What we are sharing is that there's a lot happening. Yes, he will sign back again. Awesome. Okay. We lost you there, but I think you're back now. Ozzy, can you hear us? Yes, you're moving. That's good. But we're not yet hearing you. Yeah, Ozzy is calling from, I believe he's in Awka now in Nigeria. Or have you moved back to Abuja? I think he's in Awka. He's just trying to get his...
so sorry.
Good. Awesome. We got you now. Go on. Ozzy, your audio is not yet right. Your audio is not yet right. yeah, it's not yet right. Let's get you. You might need to sign off and sign back again so I can bring you in. Yeah, if you're hearing me, just sign off, log out, log in again. I think it will be better. You know, but again, guys, if you're watching, as we even wait for these our guests, things are happening in Nigeria. I'm gonna play another video as we wait for these our guests to join. I'm gonna play another video that had to do with an event in 2016. That each time when I listen to this is done by one of our own, an ex-governor. Why don't you listen to this and we'll be back.
And they awarded contract to build presidential lodge for 500 million naira. I say, why? They say presidential lodge is in every state. I say, it doesn't live here. So why are we going to build it? We went to him. I said, Mr. President, you come in the morning, and even in your room. You don't need to sleep in Anambra State. Is it not to visit the state? You come. Even you go back. Or you sleep somewhere else. We don't have a lodge. Everybody say, oh no, we'll go and do the lodge. I say, no, we can't. It's impossible. We don't have a lodge. He simply, because he wanted to sleep, he had an urgent meeting. He said he had to host a meeting with the equipment and everybody. I said, okay. I went back. I called these people. I said, come. This is where I live as governor. This is my lodge. Check it. If it's okay, I'll move away for 1 month. So you people can have it. When he goes, I come back. We cannot build a new house because it doesn't live here. They were nice to me. They said, okay, 1 week. So they looked at it and said, it's good. I said, okay, fine. Called my wife. I said, let's go. We packed our things and left the place. He came and stayed there. He came on Friday. I think came on Friday morning and left on Sunday. Because they took it for 1 week, I paid the hotel for 1 week. It cost me less than 120,000 naira. Because the man had a suit for 30,000. Because it was me, he gave me 50% discount. So I paid him for his money, 120,000. They stayed there for 2 days and I moved back. That's why we would have lost 500 million naira. When I have secondary schools that don't have roof, and they want me to build it, and by now I will have had somebody working there, keeping it, looking after it, paying them, they're cooking. Every other visitor will come and say, I want to stay in your presidential lodge. I'm running around to cook food for the person. I said, no.
So transparent that things that happen in the streets, they happen before you. And they happen as if nobody is going to talk. We have lived in a country where we see impunity every passing day, yet we are so relaxed. At a point, people we are making joke of Nigeria, saying that we are just one species on earth that you can push to the wall, they will scale the wall and start pushing them to any extent. But one thing is certain, whatever you are doing in this life, one day, even that cow, even a coward, one day stand up for what he thinks is right. Nigerian police brutality, like CMS Spain, this has been happening under our nose. And I would like to shock you. I know where you were in Nigeria, and I'm going to tell you what has changed from then till now.
Yes.
Some years ago, when we were just out from university, most of the time they will tell you that once a policeman catches you, you tell the policeman that you know you're right to speak your grammar. There were years when policeman stops you on the road, you come out and say, I know my right. Or you pick a phone to call a lawyer. It happened in Nigeria.
Yes.
So we call lawyers.
Absolutely. Yes.
But at the point, all these things started disappearing.
Wow.
We became so afraid. The police became bigger than the law. The lawyers themselves cannot even get closer to their clients, not behind the cell. So when these things were happening, and the worst part is that you see them. It's not happening at night or at this time.
Yes.
They do it in broad daylight.
Wow.
You see them stopping people they think they are fraudster or whatever. Once they look at you, maybe you're coming back from, in fact, returnees from abroad. They are the worst because some of them will just come back. So they came back with dreadlocks and tattoo all over them. And these people are not as smart as saying that once they look at you and they say, okay, this is the definition of what a thief should look like. You're working for it, and when they see these returnees, a part of them always tell them that maybe these people are doing something wrong outside there. First thing in their mind is to siphon, to take money from them to eat from these people, and they've been succeeding for years.
Wow.
Like most people, presently, most people will be like these Yahoo boys in support of NSAS, but they are missing something.
Yes.
This policemen we have, the crop of policemen we have in Nigeria lately, are not fighting crime. They are not stopping the Yahoo boys. Rather, they are taking. They are scavenging from them.
Wow.
Because they know that you are a fraudster. In fact, at a point, they have a POS. You have to put your
You are kidding me. No. Ozzy, slow down.
100%. They have POS. I'm not.
No. Ozzy, slow down, because people living in diaspora need to hear this. What Ozioma just said is that we have police people now carrying
in fact, one of the
POS.
One of the videos, POS, yes, one of the videos going online is where the guy was in their vehicle, and the guy was counting the money. They took him to ATM. So the guy brought out 230,000 naira. I was playing them. They were counting it, was checking the amount with the guy online. Is that crazy? And this is a country that's a democratic country, and these people are like civil security for the people, and it is happening. Then the worst part is not about the money angle. The worst part is that people are arrested, and those people come missing. 3 days ago, I was in Anambra Broadcasting Service. This particular case, and I was telling them that most people would say that death is the worst that will happen to a man, but it is not true. Yes, death is that bad, but death is not the worst that can happen to a man. The worst that will happen to a man is the man getting missing, because the family members, they will always wish that one day they will see this.
Yes, you're right.
The person is still there or alive. When someone dies, there is a closure. That's when you don't know what happened to somebody.
Yes, you're right.
There is this particular hole within you that nothing can fill, and you will live all your life praying that maybe. In fact, the story of Chijioke Iluanya, which is one of the major catalysts in this particular event, the father, when the father was told that he saw some people on the Ezu River, the man left whatever he was doing, pushed to Ezu River. He was told that some people, dead people, were floating on the Ezu River. He went to the Ezu River and was turning dead people around.
Wow.
What was he trying to do? To even know if the son is dead, he wants to see the dead son. So these are many more agonies than what people are passing through in Nigeria. Nobody is talking. Not only that nobody is talking, nobody will talk. These people we are greater than the Lord. They are the Lord. They are with the Lord. In silence, we are dying. And at a point, we just concluded that if you speak, you will die. If you don't speak, you will die. So,
wow, say that again. Say that again. Say that line again.
If you speak,
yes, you will die. If you don't speak,
you will die.
You die.
So the bottom line is you are going to die soon.
Whoa.
Was there. That was what out there in the streets.
You know, Ozzy, one of the things that kind of hit me on my face while you were talking is the fact that you said that the extortion of money, and we are talking extortion of money, not even in the secret. We are talking about these police people referred to as SARS going with POS as if they now have a store, and to the extent that they take people to the ATM machine and have them cash out their money, and they be there comfortably counting it. And you said that that's not even the worst. You see, when you said that, that hit me on my face, because you know, when something like that becomes the norm, and people are even saying to themselves, you know, if it's just that and I'm still alive, I think I can keep on pushing, I can keep on living. And personally, I believe that's what has been killing us in Nigeria, because for every little bit we keep striving, we are a people that know how to thrive and strive. So even when things are coming against us, we'll keep on saying, once I'm still alive. I remember this saying, one of the sayings we have while going to university, attending university in Nigeria: man no die, man no rotten. Right? So once you are alive, with all the brutality coming from the police and all that, once you get out of it and you're still alive, you are supposed, you are expected, let me put it that way, to get up the next day and keep moving as if nothing has happened. And we have allowed, and there's another saying, you know, allowance. You remember all these sayings? I know they are quite old. I mean, when I dish out these sayings, people kind of know how old I am. I'm getting old, because yes, on this show yesterday we were playing Sonny Okosun music, and some young millennials called me after and was like, who is Sonny Okosun, you know? I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm very old now. But the point I'm trying to make is this. We have become a country that have strived, and we keep on, especially our young people. It allows me that we have in Nigeria a country that has about, the people that are between the ages of 18 and 39 are over 74 million. And yet there is no hope. There is no hope for them. Thank you, my co-host Ugo Keynes, joining. Ugo is joining from Abuja. We have Ozzy. Ozzy is an activist, a story writer. He has written many books. I think he's written about 4 of them. And I must say, I can't wait when all this is over to hear how you will present this story to the younger ones in your story, Ozzy. It will quite be a book to write. So while we get Ozzy back again, he just said, okay, yeah, he's back. Awesome. Yeah, so let's get back to you, Ozzy. So you are saying now that people is gotten to a place where, again, somebody is killed, or not even known whether they are killed yet. Talking about families hoping that one day their son will show up, because they know they've been taken, but they don't know whether the child has been killed by, suppose, a group of people that's supposed to protect life and property, as it were, under the constitutions of Nigeria. So again, if you're joining today, again, I'm with Ozzy Anieto. He's an author, he's an activist, he's many things. One of the things I love about him is there on the streets, getting to know what is going on. Ozzy, before I come back to you, let's Ugo. Ugo is my co-host for this series. We don't know how long it's going to be, but we'll see. Ugo is calling from Abuja. Ugo, what is happening? because I'm seeing some videos, live videos, even as we speak. What is going on today? What is going on? I mean, they track the video. I don't even want to show the excuse my French, the idiotic little boy that was giving ultimatums. I don't even know whether he was giving those ultimatums to police or I don't understand. I mean, I saw that video. I'm like, who is this? And within 24 hours, we see the same boy with a gun. And I'm not talking about pump action. I'm talking about, you know, as a matter of fact, I saw both pictures and videos. Ugo, can you speak to that? What is going on in Nigeria? And this is in Abuja, by the way.
As the case is right now, it is obvious that we have a government system that has decided to employ every form of dirty tactics in order to suppress the voice of the protesters. The government at this juncture is stopping at nothing in trying to incriminate the protesters, intimidate the protesters, manipulate the protesters, possibly kill the protesters, because that is what is going on right now. We see agents of government in forms of young men who you look at. When you see them, you know they don't know their right from their left. Like one of them, a friend of mine met him and asked him, the t-shirt you're wearing, the pro SARS t-shirt you're wearing, who? He said they just gave it to us and shared money to us.
Wow.
You know, so he doesn't even know what it's all about. But they don't have an ultimatum to fight these people. When you see these people, fight them, cause a carnage. You know, the idea is to give a dog a bad name before hanging it. You know, there's an Igbo adage that says that a father who sends his son on an errand of armed robbery, you know, has the capacity to even use his leg to break down security.
Yes.
So that's what is going on right now. That is what you are experiencing right now. You see renegades, you see urchins, you see boys who are complete ragamuffins, taking over the streets, burning cars, looting, injuring people, and threatening what they are going to do. As I talk to you right now in Apo resettlement area, Apo Mechanic to be precise, all that whole area, including Duse part of Apo, there is an unprecedented lawless act going on by these same agents, by these same elements that have been commissioned by the agents of government. That is what we are into right now.
I mean, a guy stood in front, because the video I saw, which I don't want to glorify, that's why I'm refusing to play it on my platform. You see, when terrorist people kill people, you don't want to glorify them by showing the video they make, because that's the essence. But the video I saw was this boy was in front of, went to the police station and was issuing a threat that if something doesn't happen in 48 hours, that whatever calamity that will come upon the indigenous of Abuja, the IG will be to blame. There he is issuing a threat, and somebody asked him, he said, "Is this a threat?" In front of the police. Nobody even need to ask that question. A threat? We don't threat when we hear one. Of course, he issued a threat in front of the police, and when he was done, he handed them a paper over to them, and he walked away. And they are seeing what is going on, and you are telling me that man is not up till now arrested as we speak, not yet arrested. What a nation! What kind of a nation are we living in? Thank you, BC, for coming in. BC is calling in Eruchalo. the big Erus from United States. We'll get to you, sir, just in a second. These guys, Ozzy is calling in from. Ozzy, you are in Oka now, or are you in Onitsha?
Yes, I'm in Oka. Yes, I'm in Oka.
Ozzy is in Oka. Ugo Kings is in Abuja. So they are giving us updates on what is happening even as we speak. Because a lot is going on. So Ozzy, let me bring it back to you, please, Ozzy. So I mean, help us understand for our viewers, especially people that are foreigners that are not citizens of Nigeria, that are watching this and they're saying, "What are you guys talking about? What are we referring to a terrorist group or which group?" When you know we see all these hashtag end SARS now. Can you explain this groups called SARS? Are they a terrorist group or are they Boko Haram? What are they? You know, because what we hear you saying, you know, who are they? Please help us, help our viewers understand.
SARS is a department in this. The full is an acronym for Special Anti-Robbery Squad. They are not attached to any police station. They have their what they call OC in other presidents.
Okay.
SARS. And they have their stations different from the normal police stations.
Okay.
They we started knowing the mobile police. When they started coining words like Operation Bukoshaku, meaning wiping people away. And from there they they turned to SARS. So they are like a dog, a special dog we bought to protect us. But presently they are backing at us.
Wow.
You know, the SARS when they came, when they were, because looking at Nigeria and the security architecture, we see that most of the time what we do is what people will say, Ochacha, see the day, if it is ripe, bring, if it is not ripe, bring. And you will see a country that at a particular point employed the murderers in the name of Akasi boys. People were killed without any court proceeding or anything. So when all these things were happening, you replace one with the other, trial and error. That was when SARS became functional in Nigeria. And that State, for instance, there was a time the crime was so high, kidnapping was so high, and when they were brought in, like a typical third world country, they started being a tool in the hands of people with means, people that could control them. So when that started, people were accused. Once you are accused by them for armed robbery, most people will be like, we never knew you were an armed robber. That kind of a thing. And it was going over and over again. But one good thing or one bad thing about evil is that at a point evil will get to everybody's job before opposed. When they started initially in Anambra State, most people were in the opinion that most of the time when you take a criminal to court, they will go scot-free. But I'm telling you the facts. Some people are saying that their modus of operation, getting people and killing people, were the best. That's before we know what was happening. Once you are accused of kidnapping, you are gone.
Yes.
Once you are accused of anything, you are missing. One of the most popular stories is a story of upper class hotel in Onitsha that was demolished. And funny enough, the accused, when the police said that the accused killed one Mr. X, the accused, because he had the means, he found private investigators, and they found the dead person's mother. The dead person's mother said that the son was a member of her son. And please, that's her son. The people that said that he killed so we are the people that arrested her son. And that was the last time she saw her son. So you see, it continued like that. And one crazy thing about what is happening in Anambra State is that we are not just saying that SARS killed people and people are missing. I didn't mean you've seen any of the videos or pictures of our rally. You see names and pictures. You know, Anambra was just so terrible that they were calling names after names and pictures after pictures.
Wow.
And this is not about you saying that one Emeka was. He said, say Emeka.
Yes.
So person, calling the person's full name and the person's picture. Even to the extent that the great, the mighty in our midst are not spared. I found it so disturbing that the family of Okibo, when I saw a whole Patrick Okibo saying that his own nephew got missing since 2013. Yes, wow. Since 2013, 7 years now, they've not seen him. He went to SARS because they accused him of kidnapping. They demolished his house. So the guy came back. He was in Lagos. He came back and went with his own legs to SARS to prove that he was innocent. And that was the end. That was the end till today.
Wow.
Till today. They've not even been given the SARS have not told them that, okay, you found him guilty. He had this thing to prove that he's guilty and we have killed him. They've not told them anything. Wow. So if a great family like the Okibos will suffer such, the common men outside there, you have not heard any of the stories. And it is a terrible thing. In Anambra State, what they call that SARS of Kusu, what they call it is abattoir. They kill animals.
Wow.
And it's crazy. It's really
so I want to find out, because I saw a video yesterday of the governor of Rivers State, addressing the people that were protesting. He said that his annoyance is that when he was crying about the same SARS, when they were killing his people in Rivers State, that nobody did anything. That now they've started killing people in other states, then finally everybody has woken up. That was his annoyance. And I was listening to that, somebody living in Canada, and I know BC will share the same feeling with me as well. I'm listening to a governor of a state make such a statement. I begin to ask myself, is SARS a federal thing? Are they above the governor of a state? It seems that they are above a governor of a state.
Yes. Everything about them is from the federal. In fact, this thing is FSAS, Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Whoever else the SARS is directly, Nigerians, we still have the problem of police not being decentralized. Everything they take orders from Abuja. So most of them are far above whatever they say. They take their directives from the IG. Yes.
Wow. Now, on that point, I want to bring you in, Bisi. Thanks for joining. I know it was quite a short notice, but I've been following your posting, and I know you are one of the people that is passionate about your country of origin, and as well passionate about your country of residency. When it comes to that, you and I are not friends at all, because I might be voting for the other guy, but let's keep that out of our discussion today. But back to you, back to what we are talking about. When you hear all these stories coming out of Nigeria, what do you think? I mean, I had somebody saying, "Oh, they've ended SARS. Young people should go in." I hear elders say this. They've ended SARS. Young people should go in and give the government. And the more I hear the stories, the more I smell corruption in the air. BC, what do you think about Nigeria when it comes to corruption? What's your take?
Well, Nigeria has, excuse me,
yeah.
I apologize. Just some technical difficulties.
Okay.
No worries. Nigeria, as we know it today, it's not good. Simply put. The reason I say that is that there is serious lack of leadership, abuse of power. One of the things that we as human beings, I'm a Christian, I know some people are Muslims and stuff. We as human beings should understand that power comes from God. And when God gives you power, it is for you to use it judiciously. And one day you have to be accountable for it.
Yes.
What you did with that power. Now, in the Nigerian situation, you know, we all love our country. And we all are not happy what's going on now in Nigeria. Everybody knew that the present government is not working. They all kept quiet. They're all covering it up. Those are in positions to speak up, refuse to speak up. The vice president, I don't know whether his authority or whatever was reduced. We haven't heard much from him. The president doesn't communicate to the people. So it looks like everybody is asking, who is running our country? Who is running the country? Nobody knows. That's why at this point, everything is at a standstill. Nothing is moving. Inflation kicked in. Prices of goods went up. The universities, look at the quality of education. They are in school 6 months, they strike another 6 months. The quality of education. That's what I remember when you have a degree from University of Nigeria, Nsukka, or University of Ibadan, you come to United States or Canada or Europe, anywhere, you go straight to your master's degree. But now you come in with such a degree, they want you to start over as a freshman in college. Because they believe that the quality of education you had is below grade. So look at those youths graduating from college. Now they are not equipped educationally. They are not equipped with skills. Now there's not even job opportunities for them. Okay. Now throw one more thing into that pot, which is the situation of what we are talking about today, SARS. You have the SARS, which is supposed to be a police, you know, part of the arms of government that is supposed to provide security to the people. Instead of providing that security, now the people are scared to go to the policemen. They're scared to go to the police because they may not get back home. So something is wrong, something is missing.
Yes.
When it is that way, police are supposed to be friends of the citizens. Okay. So now you have a police setup where the federal government controls the policemen from one place, Abuja. The head IGP, that is sitting in Abuja, doesn't know what those in the east, west, north, and south are doing. He's just there in his chair, marshalling out orders. Somebody will call him, he will agree. They will execute what he says. Now, those on the ground, he's not aware of what's going on the ground. That's why it's a good thing to have a regional police.
Yep.
Like the United States here, Milwaukee here where I live, we have the federal government police, FBI. We have the state police, state patrols, and all that. We have the county police, the sheriffs. Then we have the local police, which is the city police. So each police has its own level, and they all understand, they have a clear understanding of their level of authority. So there is wide communication on all levels. They communicate with each other, and also each one knows their boundary what they're supposed to do. If you have issues that has to do with the freeways or issues that have to do with criminal activities, they can pick you up and do what they have to do. If you have municipal issues, the local police, that's their responsibility. Municipal crimes, city crimes, things like that. Then when you have international cases, now the federal government comes in. So each level knows what they're supposed to do, and they know their boundaries. But it's working because you have the police close to the citizens. And the citizens are holding the police accountable. If they are doing something wrong, the citizens have right to report. Now that takes me to something else, which is lacking in Nigeria that is making the situation so bad. Fundamental human rights. Every individual in this world, whether it's Nigeria, US, anywhere, have a fundamental human right. You have the right to live and exist. You have the right to express yourself. As long as you are doing it in a legal way. So no government has the authority to subdue the citizens and take away their rights when they committed no offense. That is why you have all these international civil rights organizations. And I think the authorities in Nigeria fail to understand that. That's why those in power think they can do anything and get away with it. And nobody asks questions. But they forgot someday they're not going to be in that position. And that's when the civil rights offenses they committed will haunt them. Because you will have all these organizations, whether you are the president, you are no longer the president, they will come after you. That right you have that time, that protection you have that time as the president of a country is no more. Some of the things that I think is causing what is going on now in our country, and my take in it, the government should listen to the youth. Bring them on the table, have some dialogue, let's talk. Let's see how we can move our country forward. Keeping quiet is not going to solve the problem. Using army or anything to crush them will not solve the problem. Because as long as the problem exists, they will never stop. So the best thing is to bring everybody on the table and have a dialogue. And I hope our government will listen to that.
We thank you for sharing. We hope our government will listen to that. That's if they are even watching what is going on. That's if even they are in Nigeria as we speak. I'm hearing some rumors that somebody might be in London and not even in Nigeria. The person I don't want to mention, but it's a really sad situation. Ozzy, let me get back to you. What's your take on this protest that started? Is now over a week now, about 10 or 11 days. What do you see happening? Do you think all these threats that is going on now, where we are having hoodlums, coming and destroying things, do you see a continuation of this peaceful demonstrations? What's your take?
Unfortunately, I would say that the energy we started with has been challenged. And once challenged, you don't expect same tempo. They've succeeded in clamping down Lagos, which Lagos and Abuja, these two places have been the inspiration. They motivated youth throughout the nation. And they know that once they can tamper with Abuja and Lagos, the whole energy will be challenged. So, as we are speaking, Lagos has put in place a curfew, 24 hours curfew. And Abuja, we've seen a lot of gory images from Abuja. It's scary. Whoever has somebody in Abuja will call the person to tell the person that no matter whatever happens, being alive is important. And, as sad as it sounds, it's discouraging. Also, you're trying to tell the person that has to apply caution. So the government are the funniest thing about that, because when you are doing things and knowing that whoever interferes with whatever you do, you have some questions to answer. You will continue doing that. In a situation where we saw this very good, you have to look at that. The judges, people that will take your cases, are the people bringing in people to name you. So looking at it, so unfortunate, I will say that they've tampered with what we call our lifeline, these two places. And whatever happens tomorrow next in Abuja and Lagos will determine what will become of this particular contest. Thank you.
Thank you. Ugo, you are currently in Abuja. What's your take? Because like you said, there are fires going on. I'm seeing some videos. What's your take?
Irrespective of the tactics, the bad tactics, the irresponsible tactics of the government of the day, I don't see this thing abating.
Okay.
I don't see protest abating. Because even today, you still had a protest going on, and these boys, these hoodlums, and these faceless and at times, with face agents of the government who have been sent to discredit what is going on, to paint black the protests all over. What they've been able to do is to take on corners where unsuspecting protesters and the neighborhood are there. They just do what is called hit and run. That's what they do. A man who knows he is doing what is unconstitutional, what is unlawful, does not have the same confidence with a man who is crying over the abuse of his rights. And even the government of the day is aware that there is a level they cannot go to, because they will be held accountable, even if not today. And thanks to social media, it's not business as usual as it used to be before now.
Yes.
Whereby you do a lot of things. This is not the era of Idi Amin of Uganda.
No kidding.
Even in the era of Idi Amin, you still have documented facts. You still have documented visuals. You still have documented incidents. All the antecedents, all the maneuverings, and all the escapades and so on were also caught. Let alone at this very time that the social media has taken a very important toll in our lives.
Yes.
So, with the picture of the mastermind of the attack in Apo, the picture, the video is everywhere now. And it will be obvious to everybody, to all and sundry, and for all intents and purposes, that this man was set off, that this man was ushered in by the powers that be, the government of the day, to create these ripples, these violent ripples in Abuja. Even the ones in Lagos, we have seen pictures, we have seen videos of how people who were coming with SUVs to come and pick the so-called protesters or the so-called bad boys that want us to believe are responsible for all this that is happening. So you can see that it is calculated. You can see that it is, you even see security men, personnel, you see them giving them cover, covering them while they commit these atrocities.
Wow.
you get to know what is on the ground. There's so little you can cover up these days.
Yes,
so yes. You can cover up.
Mm-hmm.
So the curfew, the Lagos State government has imposed the curfew, but what's happening with the curfew? You can see the youths are still adamant about that. They are still resilient. They are still on the streets as I talk to you right now. They are still on the streets as I talk to you right now. And the more, because they are talking about rolling out, the government had to do something parallel. They are talking about the crocodile, whatever, you know, an action, a military action.
Yes.
That, yes, they are trying to secure, they are trying to do this and that, and are trying to fish out people who are threats, you know, who are instruments of propaganda, you know, you can imagine that at this very particular time. So the military now, everybody is watching, and warnings have come from people that matter, from people that make sense, that any attempt to bring the military to rein in on the people, and of course, you know, the military reining in on the people is abusing the people, killing the people, depressing the people, destroying, looting, and all that. Any attempt to get that on will be something that will be the consequences will be very high. It will be high, and the government of the day will not enjoy it.
This is the same military.
So it's better to listen to the voice of reason. It is better to listen to the voice of the protesters, because whoever is the president of a particular country is not a president unto himself.
Yes.
You don't president in a vacuum. You don't president in isolation. You don't president yourself. You are a servant of the people. The leader of the nation are servants of the people. They are servants of the citizen. But they are trying to truncate this. This is an invasion going on. You know, the other way around. And that is what the youths have decided to stand. That is what the youths have decided to take their destinies in their own hands and say, no, it is not going to work.
Really, for me, it's really funny. A friend wrote something and I read it. I'm like, this is really sad. This is a sad situation. And what she wrote, she said, if the cows are set on fire, you will see the president of Nigeria show up and address the nation. I mean, BC, what do you say to that? People are, this is sad.
I do agree with you, you know. If it has to do with herdsmen or somebody who can kill a few cows, they will come out and speak, go and appease them. The nation as a whole is burning. The youths are crying. There's chaos everywhere. Up till now, nobody has heard from the president. This is uncalled for. I've never seen such a thing happen anywhere in the world. You know, where the whole country is turning upside down and the president keeps quiet. It's uncalled for.
It's uncalled for. And yet the president, I understand, was it Mali? Ozzy, correct me if I'm wrong, some few months ago, trying to bring peace with other African presidents. And we were watching him on, you know, they went there to, you know, try to, I mean, this is becoming a joke. This is becoming a joke. Again, to our listeners, if you are watching this, Nigeria has the ages of 18 to 39, about 74 to 77 million youths between the ages of 18 and what? 18 and 39. You might not know this. I'm in Canada. Canada population is 35 million. Okay? That's the population of Canada, 35 million. Nigerian youths between the ages of 18 to 39 is bigger than the population of Canada. Okay? So, because we need to begin to put these things, it's so people will understand what we are saying. And this number of people have no hope. That's what we are saying. And at a time they were referred to as lazy. The same so-called lazy people, when they show up in United States of America, Canada, and other developed nations, they become the best in academics. They are the best in academics. They are the best in. I know the graduation. Was it last year graduation of Harvard, School of Medicine? Very big number of them were Africans. Majority of them Africans were Nigerians. They said in every 5 black man you meet in US that is highly educated, that four are Nigerians. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. So in all the developed nations, these young people, when they have the opportunity to get there, I mean, BC, I know you have grown-up kids that are doing amazingly well. You know, I do. Graduating on top of their classes. Yes. But their mates back home in Nigeria do not have or share the same hope. The last time,
nothing for them.
Nothing for them.
Nothing. And the school is still on strike as you are speaking.
There you go.
And exactly like that. My daughter was with me last December back home in the village.
Okay. You went with her to Nigeria. Yes.
Yes. Then she was with her cousins and everybody, you know. And they were all talking, and she was asking what they're doing. And it's like a lot of them already finished college, no work.
Wow.
Some of them didn't even have hope of going to college because they said the ones that went to college, there's no hope.
Wow.
So they would just go and hustle. So she was looking at that, and that got her so depressed. It touched her deeply. The whole time on the way back, she was talking about it.
Wow.
And when she came here, back in the United States, she started sending money to them to help them out.
Just look at
These are people, some of them are older than her.
Yes.
You know, because she had opportunity. She went to secondary school in Nigeria, in Oba. So the guy used to them. But at that time, some of them were her seniors, some of them were the same age.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, she came back and saw them in the same condition. She couldn't believe it. There's no hope. That's what we are facing in Nigeria. You know, there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done.
Needs to happen.
Look at. Let's just take a small view. Look at the money being allotted to elected officials.
That's broad day light robbery. I mean, I showed it on this show 2 days ago. Our senators make over $2 million US, whereas the United States senators in a month makes about 176. About 176 US senators, whereas Nigerian senators make over $2 million US a month.
The funniest thing about it is that Nigeria has to borrow to service that National Assembly.
There you go.
Is it not funny? They borrow from other countries to service the National Assembly.
Let me give you an example while we are talking. Yesterday evening, I was with one of my elected officials. You know, we just had a dinner in the evening, just talking about a few things. I wanted to discuss about our Nigerian house and some of the improvements we're doing there and stuff like that. He just drove himself. I drove myself. We sat. We had dinner together. We chatted about some of the things our Nigerian community wants to do in town. He was so happy we are contributing positively and stuff. This man bought his own house. He lived in his house. He bought his car. He drove himself. No security. No nothing. He's just a citizen, just like me, except that he's serving the people. He's a talent. You know, he understands that when a citizen call him, he listens. All it took was a phone call I made to him. I said, "Can you meet me?" So, sit down. There's a few things my community want to do. I want to discuss with you. That's it. You know, look at what they pay to them. Some of these money are things that should go for development, to create jobs for these youth. You keep packing these people with money for no reason.
Money that they don't have. Money that they don't have.
Yeah, the kind of in so-called civilized world,
yes,
are making less than 5% of what they're making, but producing more.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, not running around the whole Nigeria with a fleet of cars and big mansions and stuff. That's not why we elected you. So they have to understand that they work for the citizens, and the citizens have to understand and demand accountability from them.
Absolutely.
If they don't give that accountability, vote them out. Put somebody who will work for you. Once we start doing those things, you will see the society start changing.
Yes. Thank you, BC, for that contribution. Again, believe it or not, guys, we are over an hour. We like keeping this to an hour because we'll be back again. If our viewers, if you're listening tomorrow, I will have people like Jay Martins. You know him, and one of the musicians in Nigeria. Most of our musicians in Nigeria are speaking up, about these ills that are, that are over the young people and our nation, because the young people are the future of the nation. So I'll be having him and other guests right here at the same time, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. This is our, again, part, we are playing part of what we are doing, especially those of us that are not opportune to be in Nigeria as these things unfold. Again, finally here, even as we close, as I get you to say your final words to our viewers. Ozzy, let me start with you. How do you think that us living in diaspora, those of us living outside Nigeria, how do you think we can support what is going on right now?
I will first of all thank the people living in the diaspora. They've been so helpful. Being in the forefront, we always have the news of how they contributed to what we are doing, because the truth is, the far we've gone in this particular protest has some external supports. We have the coalition of feminists raising close to something million naira. They're not all raised within Nigeria.
Yes.
The diasporians, they help, because they know that most people that are outside there, if I speak it right, I'm not saying the right thing, people should correct me. Most people that are outside there, they want a better Nigeria. Nigeria they can come back to.
Absolutely.
Feel as secure and have a good life as they are having outside Nigeria. So you will always see them feeling our heartbeats. I strongly believe that people in diaspora, they've helped so much. But that notwithstanding, why they are trying to shut us up, why they are trying to reach us here, we still believe that they outside there will amplify our voice, let the world see what is happening. And also, I strongly believe that the more we discuss about Nigeria, the diasporans, they always have a role to play. This country is not funny. There are a lot of things we can't say because of time. But look at it, it's Nigeria now, the whole of this year. The schools, or the whole tertiary institution, no one has ever spent like more than 3 weeks in the school. Actually, it's sitting on strike. They use the COVID to cover up. But now COVID is over, and students are not even sure they're going to smell the classrooms, all of this year. Like people are talking, see how the lighting around your place. Better I'm using the impact. The electricity here is a mess. The health system is still a mess. The electoral, like Sir Benedict said something about voting people out. I think we had such powers. We wouldn't be doing this thing we are doing. But we can't think about the electoral system is in their pocket. So you just look at all these things.
Oh, God.
People out there, our voices sounds like we should at least we are grateful for the ones you've done. We shouldn't relent. And our voice magnified from yonder.
Ozzy, thank you so much. You see, that's why, BC, you see why I bring in Nigerians that are living in Nigeria, because you and I sometimes, because we've lived in the developed, supposedly the world for a long time, we think that the basics of life that come easy, that are rights, our rights are for them living in Nigeria. I remember at the beginning of this, Ozzy saying that there was a time, and I experienced that growing up in Nigeria, when a policeman will stop you and they start saying something you don't understand, you say, I'm going to call my lawyer. You say, I know my right. That is done. They don't say it. As a matter of fact, one of our guests 2 days ago said that when a policeman stops you in Nigeria now and you start speaking a correct English, that's a problem. That's a problem. You know, these things are sad. Now, just because we are rounding off here, because there's a lot to speak, we hope that we will have both of you sometime again, depending on your availability. But BC, what's your encouragement to young people, which your children happens to be one of? Because I know most people looking at you now wouldn't know the history. BC Eruchalo, I mean, senior, was one of those people that if you lived in Enugu and you're from Nubia, Nigeria as a whole, I remember when he was buried, the government of United States government was present. They sent, I know because I was there. And so he was a man that brought a lot of good things to our country. So, and I know that you guys have continued. I've visited you guys in Milwaukee as well. I know what you guys are doing, both in church and in the community there. What's your encouragement, please, to the young people back home?
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you very much for inviting me. It's a great honor. Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
These are the kind of things that we should be doing to expose the ills of our society. The word of encouragement I will give to the young people is, number one, never give up hope. Never give up hope. Do whatever you're supposed to do, whether it's education, entrepreneurship, whatever you're doing, put the hard work. Respect the laws, work hard. One way or the other, you will make it. Do understand that the society as of today is not what we want it to be, but don't give up. There is a brighter tomorrow. With what's going on now and what we all collectively are doing, we're going to reap the dividends of change in the near future. If you are protesting, keep up with your protest. Ask for dialogue with the government. Don't be violent. Don't loot. Leave businesses alone, but focus on what you want to accomplish. So that way the government can come on the same table with you and discuss how to help the youth and move the country forward. In a nutshell, keep hope alive. And God will be with you all. And we on this other side of the continent, we will continue to do the little we can do.
Yes.
Whether by exposing what's going on, because believe me, the international world has a lot of pressure.
Yes.
On what's going on in Nigeria.
Yes.
As long as they know what's going on, they will put pressure on Nigeria.
Yes.
You guys have about some few people that has been denied visa.
Yes. Yes.
That is because of international pressure. And those kind of actions will continue to bring changes. And international countries like United States, Britain, Canada, all those, they will be asking questions. But based on what they are, we are not going to go to sleep we are with you guys in this together. We're not going to sleep. We want to see changes, just like you want to. I want to be able to come home without worrying. If somebody says or somebody thinks that accuse me that I did something I didn't do, because they want to extort money from me. You see, these are some of the fears we encounter when we come home. We want to come home peacefully, relax, enjoy with our relatives, go back. So keep hope alive. In the near future, we're going to see changes.
Thank you. Thank you again, BC, for calling all the way from Milwaukee, United States, and Ozzy all the way calling in from Awka, Nigeria. And as we keeping hope alive, we are believing God that this movement or revolution, whatever you choose to call it, will bring the government to the table to begin to look back on things and make things right, because we need good governance. Again, from me, the Maverick priest here, Ike from Canada here, thank you to our viewers. We thank you for tuning in again. The same time, 7 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. We'll have other guests to, share, advise and, tell you what they're doing. If you are watching us, you're in diaspora, know that we are standing with Nigeria on this, on the peaceful protest, which our people are, the young people are doing. I can imagine that I saw pictures, and I'm rounding off here, people that did protest, peaceful protest, and when it was done, they came back and they cleaned up the streets. I have videos here. So the same people cannot be burning police stations. It's not possible. They went back, they cleaned up the whole place, cleaned up the streets where they did protest. Even in US, when protests are done, the young people don't go back to clean it up. So this, kudos to our young people. Kudos to our young people. Keep.
I do give them hands up.
It's amazing
that we are forming and have administrators that they hire. The policemen, the government hired those people to do that.
Yes. We are proud of our young people that are doing peaceful protests, and we stand with them. That's what we are saying. Again, from us all, from everybody, Nigeria is now or never. Thank you for watching, and see you the same time